Hello, what is up guys? Alexa Rivera here from Tech Inspected, and today we're checking out the 8BitDo 02. And this is one of the smallest Bluetooth controllers out there. I know there must be more smaller Bluetooth controllers out there, given that there were ones that are like super tiny. But this is a reasonably sized, tiny Bluetooth controller, and it's by a great company, 8BitDo. I have a few of their controllers already. This is priced at about 700 pesos to about 1,000 pesos depending on where you buy it. That translates to about $14 to $20, let's say $15 overall. And I got the yellow one because it's the coolest color I've seen. As you can see, the buttons are BAXY, 2 shoulder buttons, select start, and a D-pad. There is no analog stick. It runs on Bluetooth, and yeah. It says you can use it on the Nintendo Switch, which is cool, but obviously you can only play games with no analog sticks required. It works on PC, macOS, Windows, and works on Raspberry Pis and Androids as well. I will use it on mostly Windows, Android, and Nintendo Switch, but probably mostly on Android devices. But if you're a retro gamer out there, you could probably, be able to take advantage of the non-analog sticks, no analog stick controllers, and just tiny. Now, this is not for long-term use because it is a tiny controller and it will probably cramp your hands if you're gonna play on this for a long time. So we're gonna unbox it right now and check it out. See you guys in just a bit. All right, let's get it on. Let's see what's inside here. Like I said, it's a really tiny controller, but 8BitDo controllers are really well made in terms of compatibility. And actually, the buttons and the controls are actually quite good. I use some of these, the 8BitDo controllers, as my primary wireless controllers, and they work really well. You can see that there are instructions to use them on certain consoles, like the Switch is press Y and start. That is very similar to other 8BitDo controllers. And actually, is that Chinese or Japanese on the back? Actually, you can update the firmware on these guys most of the time. I don't know if it works on the, oh my god, look at that cuteness. Oh no, that's so small. It is literally the size of a key fob for your car, no? And then inside here we have the shortest. Oh, this is micro USB. That's some old school cable, huh? So most of the newer 8BitDo controllers use a Type-C cable, but this one uses micro USB. So there is the inside of the box, and we have a nice, this is very rubbery. I thought it would be like a cloth braid pad type of lanyard, but this is a rubbery lanyard, which is actually kind of nice in my opinion. And then we have the end of the lanyard here. So technically there is a lanyard hole here. That would be it right there. And you put this in there, and then you loop it over, and then you now have a lanyard for this incredibly tiny Bluetooth controller. There's the charging port. I don't know what this is on the bottom. That could be a charging light. And it's so tiny. Bluetooth gamepad. The color, the yellow color, is making it hard to focus. Anyway. Oh, it's so small. I don't think I can even, oh my god, my knuckles hit each other. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. I was gonna use it like this, like a presentation style, for one of my mini projects, but there it is. That is the 8BitDo 02. We're gonna try and pair it with my Ticris Max here and try to play some GBA on that, because GBA is probably one of the better ways to use this, because GBA does not have analog control. It does have select start and ABXY and two shoulder buttons. So we'll try that out right now. Okay guys, so this is going to be a completely super weird camera angle, but I have GBA. Oh, I should try to mute. GBA running on emulator running on my wristwatch here. This is a full Android smartwatch. That's why it can run emulators from the Play Store. Anyway, here we are playing it with the 8BitDo 02. And you can jump. So I'll move this a little bit here so you can see. There. Jump. It's not bad. So it's pretty normal Android controller here, except there's no analog sticks. It's just, you know, LR, and you can press select, go to the map, press start for the menu, and stuff like that. So pretty standard fare, you know, D-pad controller type of device, and good for ROMs and emulation and stuff like that. You know, as long as it's legal in your country and whatnot. All right, guys, we're back, and we're still on the Android smartwatch here. And we're paired onto it, and we're playing Street Fighter Alpha 3 here. I'm not very familiar with this game, but I do know the Hadoukens and whatnot. It's a bit hard to do with the 8BitDo 02. By the way, the 8BitDo has a screen protector, a protector plastic on there. I'd never noticed it before. And I don't know if I'll remove it, but there you go. It's very stuck on there. It's very much like a factory screen protectors. There's no like peel tab or anything. So I'm just gonna keep it on there until it peels off, so it protects my 8BitDo 02. Anyway, it's pretty hard to do Hadoukens and quarter circles and whatnot. I was able to do it before, but not right now. Maybe it's just, you know, hard to do it on camera. There you go. There's some Tatsumaki Senpukyaku here. I was able to do a Shoryuken. Whoa, not that one. What button did I press there? Oh, no. No, no, no. Shoryuken, there you go. It's doable, but the D-pad is just not designed for this kind of stuff. So, I don't think it's, there you go, there's Hadouken. I don't think it's good enough for fighting games. So, at least, I don't think it's either the fault of the Android device as well, because we are running 60 FPS, so it's not good for fighting games at the very least. So probably shouldn't try it that way. It's probably good for like RPGs and stuff. The D-pad is, I have to say, it's a bit mushy, but you know, it is super small. The device is super small, so you can't really expect it to be super high quality buttons here. But let's try it on different games right now. Alright guys, so here we are playing Streets of Rage 4 on the Nintendo Switch. All of the buttons work, well, mostly, because, well, you don't have analog sticks, and you don't have the home button. That would be here, the home buttons of the console. I honestly don't know how you would go home if you don't have any of the Joy-Cons, and you're just using the 8BitDo with no home button or the screenshot button, but the plus button or the start button does work, and the select button does too, but I guess it doesn't do anything in this game. You can see that you can dash, you can jump, you can do whatever. So it feels in place properly. You know, this is a game that does not require... Oh, I thought that was a pickup button, but I guess not. I think this is my pickup button right there. There we go. I haven't played Streets of Rage 4 in a while. So here we go. Oh man, I hate that guy. I hate those Tetsumaki guys. Oh man, I'm not playing very well at all. I'm about to die, but you know, you play Streets of Rage 4, no problem. So good, you know, alternate controller versus one of the Joy-Con. So let's do a little comparison here between that and a Joy-Con. So as you can see, the buttons are about very similar, but the Joy-Cons, you know, are clicky. These are not clicky. These seem like membrane buttons. These are probably, well, actually these are membrane buttons also, but they are much shorter travel, much clickier. This is more longer travel, less clicky, though it does, the rubber dome does have a significant more required pressure versus the clicks of the original Joy-Cons. Alright guys, so who would forget that you could play Super Mario World on the Nintendo Switch? So here we go, playing Super Mario World with the 8BitDo 02 controller. As you can see, you can do the spin jump, you can run. Pick up Yoshi here. So it works pretty well. L buttons I don't think does anything at this point. So yeah, you know, it's pretty good. For, oh, yep, let's get on Yoshi, there we go. Not a lot of lag, it's pretty good. So there you go. SNES controller, perfectly works fine. The amount of buttons is probably the best for SNES games. All right, hey guys, we're back and we are on a PC. I can't really prove it to you. Maybe I'll press the start button. There you go, we're on the PC. So, we are playing a Sega Genesis Collection Golden Axe 2. I was going to play Streets of Rage 3, but I guess you would be kind of bored of Streets of Rage by now. So let's play Golden Axe. And play normal game. Oh, I should have picked the old dude. And of course, since this is a, you know, D-pad type game, it works pretty well. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. My bad. I always forget the right buttons. There we go. Hey-ya! Also, don't play this barbarian guy. I play the girl or the old dude. So yeah, you can see it works pretty well even on PC, and you can see the latency is pretty good. I mean, not it's about as good as you can expect it, and very playable. Very good latency here. Kick your ass. Yeah. Golden Axe. So, works well for Golden Axe. So, works well for PC, but like I said, there's no analog sticks, so you can't expect much. There's no like R2, L2. So, that's about as good as you can get for this kind of game. Alright, so before we end the unboxing and first impressions of the 8BitDo 02, I gotta give you a comparison with a relatively decent sized gamepad. So here is my 8BitDo SF30 Pro, and you can see the size difference. It's literally, you know, one-fourth of the actual footprint of the controller. And this technically is not a full-size gamepad because it's sort of flat. So this gamepad does not have a extended L2 R2. So there's no like big back area here, but it does work with all of the buttons. And this particular guy has the screenshot button and the home button for the Nintendo Switch. This guy does not have those. So, well, just showing you the difference. Of course, this has analog sticks as well with clickable buttons. And the D-pad is worlds better. The buttons are much, much better than the 8BitDo 02. The 8BitDo 02 is designed for portability, that's for sure. The D-pad is just not accurate enough. It feels like you press one button, you press like 3 of them at the same time. You can't expect much from a controller this small. The D-pad is about 2/3 the size of the full-sized one, probably with, you know, smaller internals as well. So you can't really expect much from such a small-sized controller. There's no vibration feedback as well, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's affordable, super tiny Bluetooth controller for emulation purposes. I would actually use this as a remote for some of my apps because I do have some apps that I want to control in this mode, and that would be the mode called the keyboard mode, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the keyboard mode right there. So there you go. That is the first impressions unboxing of the 8BitDo 02. I kind of like it, though I have to admit it's a very niche product. Not a lot of people would want a controller the size of their thumb. But if you really want a portable one, just, you know, keychain sized controller for when you're down and doing some waiting and then you want to play some GBA games on your wrist, or control something like, you know, presentation remote is what they would call it, like a presentation remote, then the 8BitDo 02 is probably a good choice because they designed some good Bluetooth accessories or Bluetooth controllers. Alex from Tech Inspected, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.